This program is proudly brought to you by the VAFA Live Official app. With live scores, team stats, player stats and much, much more. Everything you need for the VAFA in the palm of your hand. Download it from the App Store or Google Play now.
Hello everyone and welcome to Ramsden Street Oval, where Q have just defeated Fitzroy by 5 points. I'm here with Louise Potts, star defender for the Bears. Thanks for joining me, Louise. And I'm here with Theo every week as per usual. Thanks for joining me again, Theo.
No worries, Nick.
Now, it was a very tight game, 5-point winners. I'll start with you, Louise. How did you see the game from the back line there? You guys stood up really well, I think.
Yeah, it was good. We had a few new strategies this week, so I think we implemented them quite well. Half-time, we really went into the third quarter wanting to really win that quarter. It was a bit tough in the beginning, but then we got there. The fourth quarter really brought it home, so it was good.
Absolutely. There was a controversial moment in the third quarter, actually, that I will ask you about. There was a deliberate rush behind.
Very controversial.
Very. It looked a bit harsh. How did you see it from your point of view?
Look, I felt there was a lot of pressure on me, so I rushed it behind, but obviously the umpire didn't see it like that, so that's okay. But
Yep. That's all right. That's all right. And you guys are equal top now.
very exciting.
Moving forward, any goals for you guys?
We've got Marcelin up next in a couple of weeks, so definitely hoping to get the win on that game. So, yeah.
Speaking of Marcelin, Theo, how are you feeling? Sort of midway through the season, equal top, or second on percentage. Do you think you guys can go all the way?
Oh, well, I won't answer that, but I will say that we're very happy with where we are. I did say to the girls after the game that, after round 8 to be 5 wins and a draw puts us in a good position. I know the old week-to-week proposition that you don't like to hear it, but you start looking too far ahead and wondering if you're going to be in a grand final. That's just ridiculous. So we'll have a nice break. We'll vary training this week. And we'll look forward to playing Marcelin, who, obviously are setting the bar pretty high, but we're keen to play them again and, give another good account of ourselves.
Absolutely. And back to the game today, it was a very tight one, 5 points. They gave you a bit of a scare, the girls, by making it so close. How did you see it?
Well, I said to Mick, the Fitzroy coach, straight after the game, there's no easy week. Every game's close. All the teams are very even. One or two little things in the game, like stupid free kicks, can really influence. No, I'm only joking. Can actually make a real difference. And one of the things that we're doing to the very best of our abilities, our commitment and our efforts to every contest. So we'll just keep continuing to do that, and it's helped us win most of our games, and that's a game style that we're basing our work ethic around, and hopefully it'll take us a bit further. But yeah, it is a very even competition, and there's no easy games, so which is really, really good. Makes for a very enjoyable Saturdays, very nerve-wracking Saturdays, Nick.
It certainly does. It was a very strong effort today. Congratulations again. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Louise. That's all from myself. Now I'll throw it over to my colleague Matt with Fitzroy.
Thanks for that, Nick. I'm here with coach of Fitzroy, Mick Simons, and Alexa Madden, who has played her first game for Fitzroy today. Mick, it's another close loss. Immediately after the match, what are your thoughts on it?
Oh, like another tight loss. It really could have gone either way. Commendable effort by the players. Really stuck in there against a pretty tough team. Q were pretty physical. I think we matched it with them. Got a lot of inside 50s, but just couldn't really, a bit like last week in a way, just couldn't get that final goal to win the match. Yeah.
You're third to last week. It's the second match in a row now that you've lost by under a goal. You must take heart from the fact that you're in the position where you can win games, but what do you think is lacking in terms of having the clinical edge to be able to get over the top in matches?
Oh, look, it's the Q second on ladder. They're pretty tough. I mean, I think I'm not so worried too much about that. It's being a bit more efficient up forward, I think, is the key thing, and just maybe not panicking too much when we get the ball and set up a target. But look, it's pretty hard when the inside 50 was so congested and Q put a lot of players back just to protect the game. And it is hard, and the ball, a lot of stoppages, so it's hard to get that clean possession. Yeah.
What do you think of the performance of Alexa alongside you there? Her first game, she slotted into the midfield quite well.
Yep.
What do you make of her performance?
Had a great game. Plays a lot of dash, likes to come through and hit the contest hard, and breaks up quite a few possessions, I imagine. So great game for Lex. Yeah.
In terms of the match itself, in terms of in the third quarter you hit the front, but then Q were able to get themselves a couple of goals late in the term. Do you think that was the ultimate difference in the match, or do you think there were other things during the match that maybe Q did a little bit better than you?
Oh, look, it's just a pretty tight game. I think with footy, you can't win. It's less than a kick. It could go either way, really. Look, their forward kicked a terrific goal in the third quarter from the boundary, which I was surprised by, and it was a long-distance kick as well. So that's probably wonderful, and with that limited opportunity they had there.
And Alexa, your first game for Fitzroy, mentioned a couple of times. I think it was 18 or 19 disposals for you, which was just about the leading disposal getter on the ground for Fitzroy. What do you make of your own performance and your ability to fit in with the midfield group?
Yeah, well, it was great fun being back here. I have played since we started up at Fitzroy, 3 years ago or so. So I was really excited to come back and play with the Roys again. They're always lovely girls, so it's really good to be back here.
And on the game as a whole, what do you make of the way the team played today?
Yeah, I reckon everyone gave it 100%. We all went in hard. I think the congestion in the last quarter really killed us. If we could get into space and run on, I reckon we'd beat them. But we just had trouble getting it out and getting out of the stoppages in that last quarter. So obviously it was a bit disappointing to lose by one goal, but I think the girls really gave it their all, and we'll just go next week and try again. So.
Well, thank you for that, Alexa, and thank you to Mick. Commiserations on the outcome of today's match.
Cheers.
That's all from us here at Ramsden Street Reserve. Don't tune in next week because there will be no games next week, but in a fortnight's time, we look forward to bringing you another episode of Complete Sports Management. But for today, it was Q who emerged 5-point winners over Fitzroy.
This has been another Complete Sports Management production.